Okay, out here in East Aurora is an old gutter helmet customer from years and years ago. Different people in the house. And so what they're doing is this skylight room, this little angled room is going to be all metal roof when it's said and done. The rest of the house roof is done. Real good contractors building them a flat roof here. So I have to give them the option to gutter it, which I recommend they do. We've got an upper gutter. We're going to separate the upper gutters, probably this one and these, for gutter helmet, and maybe on the front too, because any of these uppers are pretty high up there. So I guess I'll spell them out per area. So one of the problems we have is our lack of downspouts. This is the only downspout collecting all of this water on this whole back section and the left side, well, the driveway side of the house. So they really need to maybe consider, as crazy as it is, there should be a drop over here. Because I'm suspect this is gonna be a problem. So I don't know how the old one ran. So they're looking at black soffit and fascia and black gutters and the option for black gutter helmet, setting aside the flat roof for gutters, which they're going to have a lot of square footage of water coming off there. If they don't, they're going to just erode all of this landscape, and matter of fact, they'll probably destroy it. This flat roof we can take it around and deliver it into this lower and down into that spout there. These spouts should be a larger 3x4 size to handle the volume, but the problem we have with that is a lot of these caps, like this particular cap, it's hitting the stones, so we can't use that cap. That cap is set up for a 2x3 inch downspout. We need a 3x4 spout, and so that converter from square to round won't work for our 3x4, and that's happening throughout the whole entire house. So there needs to be a separate number, either from a plumber or whatever, to extend these risers out maybe another, 4 or 5 inches to put the larger cap on. If not, I mean, at least enlarge the spouts to handle some of the volume. And like I said, I'm going to recommend putting one in over there, even if we drain it down into the, I don't know where the heck we can drain it. So this is something that we're going to have to deal with. So we'll go around the front of the house. So we've got all of his upper side and the driveway side coming here. And we've got the over garage doors. We can run an upper into the lower here. It's going to be over a garage door, and then there is a drain tile here. But the same thing goes here. These caps need to come out, and this should be 3x4 downspout. These caps this spout needs to be the drain tile needs to be dug up, extended up maybe about 4 inches out of the ground to put the pipe in. So all of this upper gutter and lower gutters got to come into here, and then we can also run some uppers into there. So we might be lucky and get all of that water to pitch, from the back to here, but we still have that lower garage gutter to deal with. And then the same goes here. This pipe, this drain tile needs to be risen out of the ground, and 3x4 spouts put in. So this one here, see, we got this dilemma here, because we're going to have some of this upper gutter. We could probably put a hole for the downspout from the upper there running. Well, you know what? No, this one's going to end up coming down here, so we might be able to alleviate that. But this should be a larger 3x4 spout also. They got too much volume of water coming into downspouts, because we got all of this lower porch roof and the upper roof coming down here on the front. So all of this has to get off someplace. And we've got an apron roof. Move it around this pond. So there's a center roof. So this can deliver down to that spout, which could be 2x3. This whole porch area looks like it's supposed to pitch to the back. I'd recommend we can hide a spout on the left side of the column on the front porch, and you really won't be able to see it because these trees are in the way. But we could run it down the column and bring it in here, and and then we can jacky it over and end up running into this drain tile, put in a funnel, and grab the upper and the lower to go into there. Okay, but the same thing here, that riser needs to come out of the ground. That should be a Y pipe coming out of the ground to collect this. You can see this has been overflowing. This gutter, this water's been beating on this column here pretty good. So this upper, or this downspout here, there is this upper went into the lower, and I don't, okay, yeah, this drain tile is right buried in the ground there, which needs a bigger riser. This spout should be 3x4 collecting, and that should be a 2x3 delivering into the 3x4. Because if you don't, it's just going to bottleneck and shoot over. So, same goes for this inside corner. That one's into the ground. This one you could get by with a 2x3. You won't have to raise it or mess with it because this roof line's getting split in half, so this can handle the volume. Okay, again, this thing's going to be stripped and all roofed with metal roofing. Those are the old GAF shingles that look like they lived their life. This one can be 2x3 delivering in to the lower. This little end cap here, which is kind of over the window, but that can stay a 2x3 delivering into that drain tile. And then this gutter gets pitched around. Now, one of the things they got to worry about with the metal roof is the snow slides ripping the gutters off. So, and the thing is we're going to have to make provisions if they do decide they want to do the helmet. This can stay a 2x3. It looks like it elbows underneath a drain tile here at this little box out for the fireplace. And then we're going to have this upper roof has got to either deliver, no, that's that, okay, that's that upper, that runs by itself, so that's not a problem. So we don't have to worry about that one. This big main roof here, now this is almost 35 feet off the ground for this ladder, so we're going to have to bring in the big ladders to do these, just the last 15 feet of this gutter. So they definitely want an option to do the overhangs too, because that's what we're looking at doing. All the peaks have got just trim. They're not, there's no soffit or overhang on the peaks. So that's what we got to do. There's a lot of soffit lights coming in here too that we want to deal with. And if they're going to put more in, we'll need to know that. But this one here, we can run this gutter, can run in and feed into this. We'll go ahead and funnel that and do a 3x4 spout, actually funnel that, and then that can cut into that, and then we'll run a 2x3 from the upper and the lower. And all this water is either going to come this way, which you can't handle it, it's just too much. We need to deliver it onto that flat roof and get a gutter on that flat roof. So that's something that they need to consider. And then we got the left side of the chimney. We're going to have an outside corner there, and that's going to deliver down into that lower downspout there, which needs to be enlarged. So there's a lot of water direction that needs to be corrected here, and if you don't, it's going to hurt you in the long run. So it'll be a while before this is actually ready to trim. I mean, we could trim most of the house. Might have to do it in phases, but we'll have to see how far along the flat roof and carpenter's going to be. We're pretty far behind, so that's what we have to see.